Do 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 boo do 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 boo do. A Scooby Doo doo. Bum bum ba doo. Paparee boo. Papa dooby doo doo ba boo. Gadooby doo doo. Ha pa pa da da dee dee. Boo doo doo. Ha ah ba doo doo. Ha ka ba ba da ba do do boo doo. Ha. Hey, the bubby doo 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 doo. Boo doo doo doo. Bo do. Boo boo ba doo.
This notebook has all of Doc's plans for the flux capacitor and the DeLorean. I'd better make sure it never falls into the wrong hands. Maybe not. Heavy. Sweet. Nah, I don't think so. Not sure what that'll do. After all the trouble I went through getting this thing, there's no way I'm letting it out of my sight. Doc's notebook doesn't belong to them. Doc's notebook doesn't belong to him. Okay, actually, it does belong to him, but not yet. In any event, it's probably a really bad idea to give him a book full of all the things he hasn't invented yet. Awesome, cool, rad.
Don't look at me. I didn't bring anything but myself.
We must have brought something Edna wants.
Oh, dear. I made a terrible mistake.
A mistake that made the policeman very mad at you. What sort of mistake?
I wish I could remember.
The thing that turned Officer Parker against you?
Yes, he's a troublemaker, that one. You can see it in his shifty eyes.
Is there anything you can do to refresh her memory?
Wait, I'm sure he had something to do with it. What in tarnation are you talking about? What am I doing in this old heap?
It'll all be clear in a minute. We've got to find a way to trigger the memory of that time jump. Think back to that moment, Edna. Imagine an envelope of supercharged electrons emanating from conductors mounted to the... We need to get her through the time jump and back to whenever it was she went.
Yes, 19th century.
Now, Edna, calm down and think nice thoughts. 19th century thoughts. Look close. Are you sure that isn't Marshall Strickland over there?
He's got the posture, but any fool can see it's not grandfather. I'm not even sure this is the right era.
We've got to get this cactus looking a bit more like you-know-who.
It looks a bit like grandfather now, but he never would have walked around bareheaded.
I think I saw a picture of Marshall Strickland inside the shack. You can use it as a guide. Look hard at that structure, Edna. What does it call forth?
Last night's possum stew.
Look harder. You too. It's vital she gets this piece in place. When did you do it? I need a precise date and time.
When did I do what?
You know.
I hate algae cakes, so why do I keep winding up with them? If this had fallen in the wrong spot, it could have burned down what's left of Hill Valley. My electric guitar. If I had planned ahead, I could have exhibited this baby at the expo, and then, who knows, I could have invented it, or something. Edna's hat. I think her fashion sense has gone by the wayside. The top of a mop. I could flop it on a cop. I could swap it for a top. I think I'll stop. Brown estate yields few clues to inventor's disappearance. Bedlam at Brown divorce hearing. Wife takes potshot at estranged hubby, famed industrialist Emmett Brown. I don't believe it. He's still fated to marry her. Wait, but does that mean he's dead, or is he just missing in time? Don't fade out on me, Dad. I'll be home soon. I hope. Flowers of the future. Just like a regular potted plant. Only fake. Just like a regular potted plant, but with a recorder inside. Detective Parker's secret police recorder. It looks like Doc's old sign, but I guess it couldn't be. It's an old saloon sign. Looks like it's been through a few bar fights. Emmett's static accumulator. I gotta get this to Emmett, but first, I gotta get Emmett. It won't do him any good until he can get back up in his booth. A guy's gotta have wheels. Nice of Trixie to give me these tickets. They're supposed to get me into all the big attractions. I'm never gonna get Emmett's static accumulator as long as his father's in the way. This whole situation stinks. Come back here, you stupid invention. I've suddenly got a lot more respect for goat herders. Wish I had a pen to put this thing in. What I need is a box to herd it into. I wish Q-Ball would let me use his truck to trap the static accumulator. Or better yet, I wish Q-Ball would just go away. Danny Parker's got some cool gizmos at his booth. I wonder if any of them could help me turn the tables on Edna. I'm sure Edna's got a deep, dark secret. I wish she'd go ahead and confess already. As long as Edna's got clout, Emmett's booth is going to stay closed. What's it going to take to get her to lose her clout? What's the good of Parker's gizmos if he won't let me use any of them? I need to find a good place for Danny's recording plant. I mean, someplace that'll do me some good. I can't get Edna to confess that she's the speakeasy arsonist. Not in public, anyway. I wonder if Edna would spill any secrets in a private conversation. When Parker finds out Edna's the speakeasy arsonist, I'm sure he'll open up Emmett's booth again. Edna's got a secret, I know it. One more call should get it out of her. Emmett's gotta be around here somewhere. Okay, calm down. This place is full of buttons. One of them's gotta open an escape hatch, right? I'm starting to sour on modern conveniences. I'd like to jam the gears of this place. Okay, Doc, where have you taken Emmett now? I can't believe Doc would take his own younger self prisoner. Doesn't he know that anything that happens to Emmett also happens to him? I know that would patch up their differences if they would just talk to each other. There's gotta be something I can use to put a damper on this situation. Pickle water would douse Edna's flame, but I just can't walk up to her with a barrel. All right, I got the pickle barrel up to the rafters. That's step one. Now I gotta figure out how to tip it over. I know I can douse Edna's torch with that pickle barrel. I just need to help it along its path. One good poke from below ought to do the trick. That sandbag's about ready to drop.
What beautiful flowers! They remind me of the ones she was holding last night.
Ah, that plant reminds me of the beautiful flora found thousands of leagues under the sea.
Oh, and such a gorgeous action it was, too. The fires were so beautiful. The alcohol made them go up in such pretty blue flames.
Oh, a chrysanthemum!
I need to get to the left side of the DeLorean. I can't get to the other side of the DeLorean till I get Mr. Fusion closed. It's always a good idea to keep a few flux override modules in the trunk for situations like this. This windshield wiper sure came off easy. I thought DeLoreans were put together better than that. Time jump. Check. Flashing lights and loud pops coming right up. Man, Edna's alarm system sure makes a lot of noise. Now, how am I going to turn a cactus into a Marshall? As I recall, Marshall Strickland looked a lot like Vice Principal Strickland, but with less baldness. Maybe somebody around here's seen him. The downstairs wall won't open, but maybe the upstairs wall will. I wonder if there are any more movable walls upstairs. This is more complicated than it looks. When I moved that first wall, I opened one passage, but I blocked another. I'll bet I can get all the way down to the other side of the glass house now. Just one wall between me and Emmett, and it's a wall I already moved once. Somebody's got to help me deal with Doc. If I can get the pickle juice barrel high enough, I can pour it without her noticing. There's got to be something around here that's useful. Trixie says the future furnishings exhibit is worth checking out. When Parker finds out Edna's the speakeasy arsonist, I'm sure he'll open up Emmett's booth again. If I can just open the door. Doc! Are you okay?
I thought I could change her. Things could be different.
Forget about it. Come on. We gotta find a way to stop her before...
No, don't come any closer.
Doc!
Go away!
But...
Move! Move! Marty!
Oh my God! Doc! Say something.
Chromium, lithium, potassium, iridium, titanium, ruthenium.
I'll get help.
Newspaper.
What? You mean...
Oh.
We're gonna get you to a hospital, Doc. You're gonna be okay.
Yes. Oh, I think I am going to be okay, Marty.
No, come on, Doc. Doc, don't do this. Don't go. Doc, come back.
Marty, have you been out here the whole time?
Emmett, is it over already?
I'm sorry. Is something wrong?
It's a long story. Let's just say I lost somebody.
Oh, how sad. Anyone I know?
It was, Carl Sagan.
What? The guy who tried to hire me in there? You were friends with him? Strange. But how?
Don't worry about it. It's got nothing to do with you. The, future mayor of Hill Valley. No, nobody here knew him. He was a complete stranger to this world.
I know the feeling. Sounds like a man after my own heart. Then it is someone I know.
Yeah, no, forget it. It's got nothing to do with you. No, nothing's wrong. I'm fine.
You don't sound fine.
What?
You're a complete mystery to me, Marty. Where you come from, what you're doing here. But there's one thing I do know. Whatever it is, it does have something to do with me.
Please, Emmett, don't ask any.
What's this? Come on, let me see. I deserve an explanation.
You wouldn't understand.
Oh, yeah? Try me.
Okay, here goes.
What's that?
An explanation. But you've got to promise me. Don't look at it until you get the key to the city.
Emmett!
Huh?
Just promise.
Emmett! Where are you, my son?
I'll be right there, Pop. Key to the city? I don't understand.
And you can't understand. Not for a long time. It would do irreparable damage to something. Just say you promise.
Okay, I promise. Wait, I will see you again, right?
I guarantee it.
Emmett!
Yeah, it worked.
So, you were the same Marty. Funny how memory can play tricks on a person. I remembered you being much taller.
How was the ceremony?
Long. You've got a theatrical way of sending messages.
Only way I could do it without messing up your timeline.
Very clever. But what are you doing in 1931?
I came to rescue you.
Teenage me?
No, you. But then teenage you got mixed up in it. See, you were in jail, and I came to make sure you stayed on the path of science.
As opposed to what? Video games?
Politics.
Politics? That doesn't sound like me.
I came to stop you from marrying Edna.
Edna Strickland? I could never marry her. I mean, she was my first love, but after she broke my heart and tried to sabotage my career, I never saw her again.
That car!
Oh, great.
How the hell did she get back here?
She?
Uh-huh.
What's going on here? Is this some plot to put me in the nut house?
No, it's all very simple, Danny.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Tell me, did I or did I not just chase Edna Strickland off in this car?
Not this exact car, but a car just like it.
A car with a nasty habit of disappearing into thin air?
Well...
Wait! Edna Strickland just disappeared in the DeLorean?
If that's what you call it. It made a loud noise, and then wham! Nothing!
Great Scott! Marty, do you have any notion what date she might have jumped to?
None at all, Doc. See, that DeLorean's time circuits are out of whack. They could jump to any date at all.
Oh, this is bad. This is very bad. Let's just hope she jumped into the future, the far future. If she's jumped into the past...
You think she might mess up the time stream? Wait a minute. This is Edna. Of course she would mess up the time stream.
Guys, you mind telling me what the hell you're...
Uh-oh.
Look out!
Hey, stop! Get back here!
Yeah, jeez, Doc. Watch out, you almost ran me over.
Sorry about that, Martin. This vehicle is sometimes difficult to control.
Yeah. Hey, are you okay? After that argument about Emmett last night...
I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
So, how are the time circuits?
Still broken. I've got a few ideas, but I'm occupied with other problems today.
Where have you been all night?
I've been driving around, looking up old friends, thinking things over.
Okay. All right, static accumulator. It's you or me.
Sonny! What are you doing fooling around out here? Inside is where the action is.
I'm not late for Emmett's big show, am I?
Emmett Brown? No, he hasn't been introduced yet. That's some gizmo he brought with him, though.
We were up all night working on it. This is the power source.
Then you'd better get it to him. And by the way, you're just in time to catch the other big debut.
What is it?
You'll see. Let's just say you're not the only one who's been up all night. Harry! Michael!
And you're not discouraged?
Discouraged? By what? You mean what happened in there? Oh, that was a learning experience. Naturally, the ionic wind generated by an electromagnet of that size is going to play havoc with a merely mechanical steering mechanism. We need a much more advanced control system. I wonder if we could find a way to translate the body's own gravitational field into electrokinetic force. One might be able to direct the ionic current simply by shifting one's weight. Oh, great Scott, that's it! Oh, it's over all right. You missed a very wild party. I'm afraid I've been banned from the expo for the next 50 years. And if I were you, I wouldn't go back in either. At least not until all the broken glass is swept up. Oh, what was I thinking? The way I see it, it's those little mistakes along the way that advance us along the pathway of knowledge. Come on, there's no time to lose. Let's get back to the lab and...
What about your father?
Oh, yes, I suppose I should wait for him to finish dealing with the officials. I can't say he was exactly thrilled with the unexpected turn my demonstration took. But you heard him in there. He understands that a life of science has its ups and downs.
So, what comes next?
Work, work, and more work. A few more stumbles, followed by a breakthrough or two.
Ow! Oh, ow! Gotcha!
Hey, don't mess with a truck. I gotta keep those algae cakes safe from the whatchamacallit, elements.
Sorry.
I told you to stop messing with a truck.
My bad. Come here, you. Ha! Oof! Come on. Hey, mister, you mind lending me a hand with this thing?
After the way you looked at my Eunice, I don't think so.
You're still mad about that? That was like 2 months ago.
So?
Come on, man. Help me out here.
No.
Hey, cue ball.
Can't talk now, kid. Got algae cakes to move. These things are selling like hotcakes, which is weird because, they ain't all that hot.
No kidding. Can you help me out here, man?
Sorry, kid. No can do.
Oh, come on. No way. Here, little static thingy. It's like it doesn't like me or something.
Ah! Aye! Get away from me, you electrical menace! Ow! Yikes!
Okay, no problem. Just grab the sparky thing and get it to Emmett in time for his big show. Okay, small problem, big problem. There's no way I'm facing Emmett without his static accumulator. Car of the future blue ribbon, huh? That's not the DeLorean under there. I wonder what...
No peeking at the winner until the grand unveiling!
What a grouch.
I said no peeking!
It was science.
Doc?
I realized that it wasn't Edna that made my life miserable.
Doc!
So is that what I'm destined to build for the expo?
Yeah, it's a static accumulator. Emmett spent all night building it. Turned out he didn't really need to see Frankenstein after all. He just needed a little push. And some lightning.
Fascinating. I also had an epiphany last night.
You can't give up science. You love science.
Correction. My younger self loves science. But if Emmett doesn't go through with a demonstration at the expo, his dreams of being a scientist will dim just enough for Edna to step back into his life and steer him down another path.
Another path? What other path?
I don't know. Architecture, automobile repair, taxidermy. Maybe I'll even pursue a life in law like my father always wanted. As long as Emmett steers clear of science, Edna and I will be free to be happy together.